Hey, what's up? This is Spider-Prime1 back in with another Transformers video review. Alright, this time I'm looking at Transformers Generations or Fall of Cybertron or whatever you call it, Voyager class Soundwave. Now, originally, I didn't want to get the Voyager class Soundwave. Um, excuse me. I had already gotten the deluxe version from War for Cybertron, and I don't know, just something about this big tank hulking thing I just didn't like. Um, that and he loses his handgun, and I don't know, the purple wheels didn't really catch my eye. I actually kind of thought that they were dumb. Um, and I always thought that his chest looked too big because of the data disk gimmick. Um, and just the whole, I don't know, it just something about this just put it off to me. So really, the only Voyager I was looking forward to was Grimlock, and then now after the Toy Fair, Blitzwing and Springer. But yeah, for the longest time, I just stayed away from Soundwave, Sound Blaster, and Autobot Blaster, and I only call him Autobot Blaster because saying Sound Blaster and Blaster just sounds stupid. Um, but a little while ago, I was in Target and I was looking through the Transformers, and because the Target around here is really slow, all the stuff that they had, so did I. Except they had Soundwave, and then they had one of the sets of the data discs, Frenzy and Ratbat. Um, and so I had money burning a hole in my pocket, and I wanted to get him, or not that I wanted to get, I wanted to spend money on a Transformer. And so I was like, well, screw it, I'll get him, see what happens. And if I'm gonna get him and his big chest gimmick, I was gonna get the data discs too. So I got the data discs. It was only one set. If the Rumble and Ravage set had been there, I'd have got them too. Um, so I bought it and I played with it for a little while, and the obvious twist is coming up. After playing with it and having it in hand, I freaking love Soundwave. Um, the purple wheels still put me off. I don't like the purple wheels. I don't like the purple wheels. I I don't know why. I just think they look really stupid. I do. It's the one after playing with this and playing with its gimmick and just playing with him, those tires are the only nitpick I have. Other than the fact that this is a Voyager. Why is Soundwave a Voyager? Um, but I just don't like the see-through purple wheels. Sound Blaster, the red actually kind of works. Blaster, he has solid tires, but they're different. And I'll get to that in his video. Um, but I don't know. I just that see-through purple. I just don't like it. Um, I also don't like how on the front here, um, you have to if you're just to transform him and not do anything, the front would look like this. And yeah, there's a little bit of gap. Yeah, you can see his face, his ominous looking face in there. Um, but it just sits there. I don't like that you have to pull it up on a double hinged lever here, this thing, and then these two tabs go up into here, and then you fold down the grill piece. But it doesn't stay. There's nothing for these two tabs that are on here to slot into. There's nothing there. Yeah, there's a little notch in there for them to sit, but it doesn't hold them. So I don't like that part either. And it doesn't look that bad if you just leave it sitting with the little gap there. It doesn't look that bad. But after doing it, it's like, okay, yeah, I see how it flushes out the vehicle modem that much more. So, do with it what you will. And I am disappointed that he doesn't have his handgun anymore, and all he has is the shoulder launcher. But, whatever. Transformation. Fold out the leg, and then fold the wheel around. And I'm glad this time around on Soundwave that the tire goes to the bottom. Because on the deluxe version, it stuck out in the front, and I didn't like that. I thought that looked goofy. I'm glad that it goes all the way to the bottom this time. Separate the hip piece and bring it up. Fold this like this and like this and like that. And you saw none of that, I'm sorry. And then fold this up and out. Doing a Voyager and then trying to videotape it on iPad, it's very hard. Put that around. So there's one arm and half a face. Plug in his weapon here. And you're staring at his crotch. Comic books. Set it on top of comic books. There we go. So there is Soundwave. Now let me get his arms into a different position. And there we go. So yeah, there's Soundwave. I do love his light piping. His light piping is very good. See if I can cast him in shadow without turning it off. I just love the red visor that he has. It just looks really, really nice. I also think it's funny, and I'll get to this in Sound Blaster's review, but how Soundwave has the red eyes, but then has yellow on his gun, yellow on his chest, and then has yellow down here, and then he's got the red on his forearms. Whereas Sound Blaster, those are inverted. He has yellow on his arms and yellow eyes, and then these are red, red, and I think these parts are red, but I can't recall off the top of my head, because he's in vehicle mode right now. But, yeah, I have to say, I've grown to like Soundwave and all his clickiness. I also love how he has one hand that's sculpted so that he can come up here and hit the eject button. Speaking of which, flip it open, and there is one of the two data discs that I have in his stomach. So let's push out and see him fly across the room. And he didn't transform all the way. So let's drop him real quick. And there you see we have Frenzy. We just fold his arms around and then fold out his little toe tabs. And there's Frenzy. And just like with the G1 cassettes, I love the robots. Lazerbeak, right here, and Ratbat are my second favorites. And then with Blaster, he comes with Steeljaw, so you get one of the quadruped transformers. I still have to say, data discs or G1 cassettes, the robots are my favorite. I just like the way that they look the best. So let's set Frenzy over here to the side. And then let's see if we can get Lazerbeak out here. Yes, he transformed. So here's Lazerbeak. And now I don't have quite the same complaint as everyone else does with Lazerbeak. Let's scoot Soundwave back. Where his eyes and the little weapon vent right here aren't painted. Yeah, that's a bummer, and it would have been nice to see him get some paint in the eyes and on those, especially when Sunder gets it for Blaster. So it's kind of sad to see one of three for this particular mold get it, and it's not even Lazerbeak or Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw is pretty barren on his head, if I can remember correctly. But I still like Lazerbeak. This is what has to be my. Actually, I'm going to say this is my third favorite, because while Ratbat is the same transformation, he just looks so much better. And I'll get to him in Sound Blaster's review, because him and Buzzsaw are in his chest at the moment. So here's Lazerbeak as a disc one more time, and then we'll just drop him over here. And he won't transform. There we go. So there's Lazerbeak. Set him down. Close Soundwave back up. And we'll just keep his arm like this. We'll take Lazerbeak and put him right there. Turn Soundwave's head. Move Soundwave back into focus. And we'll put Frenzy by his leg. And then I will say that this is Soundwave with Lazerbeak, and then Frenzy as an extra. And I'm Spider Prime 1, and I will be back with another review, Sound Blaster, in just a little bit. But until then, I'm signing off.